What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 3 Sleeper Picks.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to give you some of my top DFS Sleeper Picks, super low priced and low ownership players that could crush value this week and give your lineup an advantage over the field. These are risky plays meant for large tournaments only. Don't go all in on any of these guys. They are high risk, high reward picks. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay guys, NFL Week 3. Let's take a look at the quarterback position. So my sleeper pick for NFL Week 3 is CJ Stroud from the Houston Texans playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. CJ Stroud has averaged 18.6 fantasy points per game on the season. He's getting an average of 3.5 rush attempts per game. Only going to be about 4% owned, projected at 15.2 fantasy points here in Week 3. And he's only $5,300 DraftKings salary, $1,300 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 44.5 points scored in this game. And they have the Houston Texans trailing by 8. So it could be a passing game script for CJ Stroud. And he scored 26 fantasy points last week. He got 3 rush attempts. It's got a great matchup this week. His salary is low. Ownership is pretty low. So I like CJ Stroud here versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. So my sleeper pick for NFL Week 3 is James Conner from the Arizona Cardinals playing the Dallas Cowboys, who have a good defense overall, and they've been good versus opposing running backs. But James Conner has averaged 15.8 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 18.5 rush attempts per game and 3 pass targets per game. So tons of volume here. He's been on the field for 78% of the snaps, touched the ball 43% of that time, only going to be about 5% owned. He's $6,300 DraftKings salary, $100 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 43 points scored in this game, and they have the Cardinals trailing by 13. So a couple things going against James Conner this week. Of course, the matchup versus Dallas. Dallas, very good defense, good versus opposing running backs. And the game script, Arizona Cardinals could be behind by a couple touchdowns in this game. They could abandon the run or have to abandon the run. So just be cautious with this play. That's why his ownership is down because of the matchup. But if you can see past the matchup here, he's getting a ton of volume. And he scored 20 fantasy points last week, off of 23 rush attempts and 1 pass target. Now, he did have 5 pass targets in Week 1, so they will throw him the ball. So if you can look past the matchup, I like James Conner as a sleeper pick here versus the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. So my sleeper pick at the wide receiver position, I got 2 sleeper picks for you here at the wide receiver position. The first one is KJ Osborne from the Minnesota Vikings playing the LA Chargers, who have the worst defense overall, give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Now, KJ Osborne has averaged 9.3 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 6 pass targets per game. He's been on the field for 93% of the snaps, so that stood out to me for this pick. It's one of the reasons I like this pick. And he's going to be about 6% owned, projected at 8.6 fantasy points here in week 3. He's only 4,000 DraftKings salary, 1,600 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 54 points scored in this game, with the Vikings favored by 1. So you got a high-scoring game, a close competitive game, and a fantastic matchup. He's getting pretty decent volume for his price tag. Scored 12 fantasy points last week off of 6 pass targets. So I like KJ Osborne here versus the LA Chargers.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $25 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And we'll send you $25 PayPal.
So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, the other sleeper pick that I like at the wide receiver position is Robert Woods from the Houston Texans playing the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They're middle-of-the-pack defending opposing wide receivers. Robert Woods has averaged 12.6 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 9.5 pass targets per game. He's been on the field for 81% of the snaps, touched the ball 15% of that time, which is pretty high for wide receivers, especially at this low price tag. He's only going to be about 5% owned. If that holds 5% ownership or less, I think he's going to be a fantastic sleeper pick here. Robert Woods is only 4,400 DraftKings salary. He's 1,400 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 43.5 points scored in this game, and they have the Houston Texans trailing by 7.5. So it could be a passing game script as well, and you could stack CJ Stroud and Robert Woods, save a ton of salary here, and I think you got pretty big upside. Robert Woods could easily catch 2 touchdowns. If he's going to get another 9 to 10 pass targets, there's a lot of opportunity at a low price tag, especially if you stack him with CJ Stroud. So I like Robert Woods as a sleeper pick here versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. My sleeper pick is Hunter Henry from the New England Patriots playing the New York Jets, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall. They give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Hunter Henry has averaged 16.9 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 6.5 pass targets per game. He's been on the field for 85% of the snaps. This is looking pretty good. Only going to be about 1% owned. Projected at 8.5 fantasy points here in week 3. He's 4,100 DraftKings salary, 1,600 more on FanDuel. And Vegas thinks there's going to be 35.5 points scored in this game, with the Patriots favored by 2.5. Now, this is a low-scoring game, so that's going to steer people away. And the Patriots, they don't have anyone that I know on their team. Not one star, not one name that I know or that I can follow or associate the Patriots with. And I do think that's kind of sad. And I'll just go on a small Patriot rant here. I do think that Bill Belichick was able to get away with building his team without any stars when he had Tom Brady, because Tom Brady made stars. The wide receivers and the even like Julian Edelman, and just think about the names, the people that nobody knew of until they played with Tom Brady. And if you looked, whenever they moved to another team, they didn't play very well. A lot of those players went on to other teams, and they weren't very good because they didn't have Tom Brady throwing on the ball. So Bill Belichick was able to build the Patriots literally without signing a superstar. Now, sure, they found some stars in their they found some superstars by doing that. Some stars emerged over time, but not that many. Anyways, now a team without Tom Brady, I think you need a superstar. Like, I think it's time to put that let's build organically and just find the stars in the diamonds in the rough. I think you can do that with Tom Brady. I don't think you can do that without Tom Brady. And just being a fan of the Patriots, it's starting to lose a little bit of luster with, no Tom Brady. Give us a superstar to tune into. You're going to need that money from that viewership tickets. It's going to affect your organization. So Bill Belichick, we love you. You're the man. But please sign a star to the New England Patriots. And I bet the people that hated the Patriots, and you guys can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, I bet you kind of miss the Patriots. Like, miss that team to hate, or miss that team to cheer for when they lose or cheer against. Anyways, I do miss that, and I just hope the Patriots will sign a superstar so we can at least have a hope to that, and then watch it just for that hope, even if that's, of course you're not going to change your team overnight just by signing a star. Like Bill Belichick, he knows he's doing it right, but I think sometimes you just got to give the fans what they want. Give us a name to tune into. Anyways, let's get on here. Oh, that's it, guys. I gave you all my picks. For those of you that stayed for that Patriots rant, I appreciate it. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Now, good luck in week 3.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video, or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.